Hey guys and gals, my name is Teamer, and before we start the 4th episode of Opinion Box, I just want to say I'm really sorry for the influx of Attack on Titan, stuff, and not to worry, if you do like that stuff, I'll still be making it, but for the people who either don't care or don't like it, I'm actually going to be doing a vote on, a game or two that I'm going to be playing to the end. And so I'm going to have that vote in another video where you can just comment in the comment section below, and then it'll be all, handy-dandy, and then, people will vote, and it'll be awesome, and, you can show me the awesome community that I know you guys are. So that's pretty much all I have to say for important other matters. And actually, for some additional notes, I am using the RC mod for Attack on Titan tribute game, and I'm playing as Ryuko Matoi from Kill La Kill, which is pretty badass, and I love it. And the character I'm actually playing in the game is Petra, for all you statistics nerds. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get into the nitty-gritty of my 4th episode of Opinion Box, which is actually about Attack on Titan. So today's episode of Opinion Box is what the perfect game of Attack on Titan would look like. Now, if you look, this is the Attack on Titan tribute game, and it's really well known. There is a huge community for this game, and a lot of tutorials and different things, and even wikis on how to do techniques, and just for the sake of killing Titans. But before I start talking about it, I want to talk to you about the actual anime it comes from, Attack on Titan, or its Japanese name, Shingeki no Kyojin. I probably butchered that somehow. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But that's it. It comes from Japan. It's an anime. Like most animes do, they come from Japan. And it's actually about these humans who are the last wings of humanity. And they go up against these humanoid creatures called Titans. And their only, goal in life is to eat people, and so that's kind of where the drama comes in. But there's even more tension because the only way to kill a Titan is by slashing it in the back of the neck. And you may ask yourself, why the back of the neck? I have no idea why the back of the neck per se, but I do know that if you hit them anywhere else, they'll regenerate. And so it brings a lot of tactics to the game that are kind of fun, but they're not quite implemented yet. So if you slash a Titan's eyes, it'll be temporarily blind for maybe a couple of seconds, and you can save people like that. And so, and yeah, the game and the anime go pretty well and hand in hand because it's the tribute game. But I really don't think it's more, at this point, I don't really think it's a tribute. It's more of a parody, to be honest, because if you look at the player models, they're all chibi-ish, and, the characters, well, I didn't show character death in this, gameplay footage, because I died quite a few times. I just made them into transitions. They explode. They just explode, when in the anime, whoa, it's really horrifying. And people who've watched the anime know what I'm talking about. For any character that dies in the anime series, man, it is so horrific, and oh man. But in this game, it just doesn't, have that foreboding atmosphere, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But it does have something that's really important gameplay aspect-wise, and that is it has freeform movement. And what I mean by that is that when you shoot a hook, it's not like it is a timed button press in a way, but it's not like a quick time event. And it allows for free-forming motion, and it just gets really intense. So you have not the foreboding, intention, trying to kill these Titans, but you have more of the action, it gets really into the action as I'm trying to, slaughter these Titans as quickly as I can in order to, save my friends or something like that. It doesn't necessarily have the horrific, atmosphere of your friends dying. Well, some of my friends may argue it does, in a way, but it's just not as severe as a true Attack on Titan tribute game should be. And this brings me to my second game that I want to talk about, because the Attack on Titan tribute game is the one most people who are fans of Attack on Titan, they know about. If you are a fan of Attack on Titan, you probably know about the Attack on Titan tribute game. And if you're a real fan of the Attack on Titan game, you know that there was a actual 3DS game called Attack on Titan Wings of Humanity, I believe, for the 3DS. It was only released in Japan, but it got negative review scores. Because one of the reasons, as I expressed earlier, is it didn't have freeform, movement. Whereas the Attack on Titan tribute game, which is a successful free Unity engine game, is actually, capable of doing, but, this 3DS official, published game for the 3DS can't do what this little cheap game can do. It's kind of weird, but, I'm not, mocking the game, because I love this game. It's great, and I really, love playing it. But I just kind of find it funny that a big, huge developer-publisher who was working on the project just couldn't come up with the physics required, the simple physics required to, do this stuff. And I feel like, although the Attack on Titan tribute game, it could maybe benefit, from getting a graphics update or more of a model update, I also feel like it would lose its charm. It's just kind of like a really cute parody, and I absolutely love it for that reason. And I think if it changed, I don't know what I would do, it just wouldn't be normal. Unless, Fang's trying to go, or Fang the developer is trying to go for, an actual serious thing, which I don't think he's trying to go for. I think he's just trying to go for a fun experience, which in that case, he has definitely made a great experience that I've been playing countless hours of. And so, I feel like a mix of the Attack on Titan tribute game with its freeform controls and, the Wings of Humanity 3DS game, which has a little bit more, of a model update, I think that would be a great game. It would be really awesome in its atmosphere, and I think it could provide something that, these two games couldn't on their own, if you just mix the two. And at the end of the video, I actually have some, an example of showing what the potential is and that kind of stuff. But, but what I want to talk about first is nailing the atmosphere. To paraphrase Jim Sterling of the Jimquisition for The Escapist, horror comes from not beauty, but from the ugliness of things. So pretty much the pretty graphics of Dead Space, if it had muddier graphics and, uglier uglier things, then it would be even more scary than it already is. And games like, Amnesia: The Dark Descent, if you've ever played them, they didn't really have the assets and the time and money that the developer of Dead Space or, Visceral Games or whatever had, and so they were much more creative in their gameplay and their actual, art style of the actual game. So, as you can see, this is just one of the possibilities. And now, as I was talking about creating the foreboding atmosphere with, high pretty graphics, if you go to this person's channel, which I will link in the description, go check them out. This game looks awesome, and this is just like a demo built off of the Unreal Engine. And I'm not exactly showing you the Aaron model, I know that, but I'm just showing you a good mix of the realistic, and freeform movement that this alpha demo game has to offer. And it's actually not released yet, but it looks like a really good start, and it's just really awesome and badass. And I feel if you look at the Aaron model, then you'll know what I mean when I say that it's beautiful, like the anime, but at the same time, it's like dirty and muddy, like a really good a horror game. And I think that graphics like that, like this person could create such a great an atmosphere for a, actual spin-off game for the anime. And I think it could really capture the essence of that foreboding atmosphere that I've been using the same word for like 5 times in this video. But, you know, that really awesome atmosphere. I think this kind of style of, you know, gameplay and graphics could, you know, actually benefit the game. And, you know, you can't just go on with, like, graphics and gameplay. It also has to be the setting and the music. If you've got some really good set designers, that would be absolutely perfect. So, you know, this is my 4th episode of Opinion Box. My name is Steamer. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. And you can check out some of my other videos. I've done some other Attack on Titan videos. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!